Hey, so what is up guys, it's Pohdoh here, and in this video I'm going to be doing another arena commentary. I know I haven't done one of these in quite some time, and that's just because it's really hard to find forwards video, and another reason I'm going to make it in my next video, and it's also going to cover why I haven't been posting Modern Combat videos. So anyways, this is going to be a 4v4, it's going to be against two real teams, none of this farm team crap, and it's going to, everyone's geared, not everyone's buffed because I'm not buffed at all. So anyways, let's get on straight to it. So it's gonna be against two melees, a Sin, and a healer. Now, this team comp, it's okay at first because all three melee DPS, except the only problem is that the healer made some critical mistakes. First of all, it's a split of DPS. As you can see, everyone's attacking someone else. This melee is going after me, while the Sin is going after the healer, and then Goku's still on his mount. So there's a huge split of DPS, and then meanwhile I'm staying back with the healer trying to protect him. So then another critical mistake is that the healer comes across my way, and then with this I see this as an opportunity to attack him. So also the healer prayed too early right there. He should not have prayed that early because none of his DPS were in danger of dying, and he wasn't in danger of dying. He could have run for a few more minutes. And this is also a very good move by our healer, is that he came close to me and I was able to freeze all three of the DPS, and that basically just kept them alive for a few, precious more seconds. So anyways, I think the healer does go down, but then we still pretty much won this as soon as they started to split up their DPS. They should have immediately either gone for me first because I was the squishiest, or they should have all focused on the healer ASAP at the beginning. Get his gear mastery out, get his prey out, and they should have killed him ASAP. They had two military monks, they could have done this, but it was because that they split the DPS, and also because our healer made a few good moves. It's just he waited till the right time to pray, and then he also moved towards me where I used Frost Blast, and I pretty much saved him from dying. It was because of that reason we won, and he does complain, and Goku complains about Vigil here, except in the reality only one of us is using Vigil, which is Shadow, and the military monk, and it doesn't even matter because they never attacked Shadow in the first place. So it was, you can say that it was because of Vigil that we won, but in reality it was just because they split their DPS, and also because the healer wasn't all that great, or he misclicked, or he did something wrong and he prayed way too early. So anyways, the healer should have stayed to the DPS as well, because they had two military monks. They could have used Phoenix twice and kept their healer alive a little longer. So anyways, this is game 2, and this time I think it's going to be against the same team composition. No, it's going to be against an archer, Sin, military monk, and healer. They kicked out one of the military monks and replaced him with an archer, which I don't know why they did, because that's even weaker team composition against us. So anyway, they made the exact same mistake as they did last time. They split their DPS, and I get a really nice freeze off. I not only do I freeze Goku for a few seconds, but also get the gear mastery out from the healer. So then you can see that all of us are very focused. We all had very good organization. You can see that all of us were conglomerating towards the healer, and then we got his gear mastery out at the beginning because of my Frost Blast. And at the same time, this is a mistake our healer did, that our healer should have free will and should have gotten closer to me. I could have saved him with Frost Blast. However, I can't go back there and save him because the healer already used prayers, so this is our opportunity to kill him. Had I run away, we wouldn't have been able to kill a healer. But I get a few nice freezes off, and then I think it's mainly just because of my initial freeze. That's a really big part, because had the healer's gear mastery to turn invisible happen right in the middle of a burst, then we would have been in really big trouble. And then there's another big mistake, is that once again, a split in DPS, the archer is focusing on me instead of the healer. If they're gonna attack me, they should at least intend to kill me, not distract me, because the main problem right now is that Shadow as a military monk is doing a ridiculous amount of damage. They should have distracted the melee, and also or at the very least, if they all decided, they all split their DPS, and if they all went for me first, they could have potentially killed me, and they could have won this match, because an archer and a Sin can easily make mincemeat out of any military monk, regardless of Sin help or not. So I guess it was kind of minor mistakes, but as you can see at the very end, it kind of does add up. They made a few critical errors, and although our healer did make a mistake, and separated from us, he didn't get close enough to me and lost the support of my Frost Blast. We still pretty much outplayed them here, and still only Shadow is using Vigil, which doesn't really matter since they never really attacked Shadow. I don't think their intention should have been to kill Shadow. Shadow should have been the last person to kill. They should have just distracted him. That's what the archer is there for. And also, And then let's see, that's pretty much it. So anyways, this is gonna be the last match. It's only 3 matches. Like I said, it's really hard because they avoided this after, because Goku's going after Force Champion, and I'll talk about Force Champion in a sec. So anyways, we had a very similar strategy for this, for this match as well. We're all gonna focus down the healer at first, and then this time the healer's gonna stay next to me, which is a mistake he made in the last game. So and you're gonna see right here, we pretty much kept the healer alive, me and Shadow, using a really good freeze and Phoenix combination. So anyways, we're all rushing out here. Errebus is still a sin, so I suppose it's kind of a problem because he has low DPS, but it doesn't really matter. So then first, Errebus stuns the melee, which is really good because it pretty much prevents the melee from doing damage, and every second you can distract the melee is really important since they do an incredible amount of damage. So if we get the gear mastery off really early, which is pretty good, and then now let's see, I get a nice freeze off here, so you can see that we freeze the melee for a very good time, and this is also very critical. Shadow gets a really good Phoenix off here as well, and that probably single-handedly saved our healer from dying, because that's like a good 6 seconds distracted. 6 seconds for a military monk is a lot of damage, and we pretty much froze and stunned their entire team, entire DPS for a while. So now we're all going after the healer. You can see how coordinated we are, and this is not a big mistake. The Sin went for me first. I don't know why he went for me. There's no way he can kill me by myself. He should have went for Shadow. If he went after Shadow, they could have kept the healer alive a little longer, and the archer does a good job using split shot right there. He'll slow down our DPS for a while, but it's to no avail at this point because their healer is dead, our healer is still alive, and I get a really good sleep off here, and you can see in the background that the archer is pretty much helpless now. I waited to sleep until this very moment. Now he's gonna be perfectly distracted for like a good 8 seconds, and that also really helped us. The match is pretty much determined as soon as we got the good stun lock off, me and Shadow, and also after they split their DPS again. So you guys may be wondering who is the Force Champion, or the new Force Champion, and it's gonna be Errebus, and he just recently got it about a week after this, or 2 or 3 days after this, and props to him because he's a ranger and it's extremely difficult to do well as as a Sin in arena ever since the Sin nerf. So props to him, and it's really refreshing to see a new champion, especially seeing that a lot of the older Force Champion have been there since a year ago. And thank you to him for actually inviting me to this team and helping me get this gameplay. I gotta keep in mind that I have no buffs on, so it's really risky for him to invite me, since if they want to get a really good team, could have spelled disaster for his rating. So when you put a rate, subscribe. I'll have a video of the unedited, gameplay in the background. So hope you enjoy, and I'll see you guys later.